What's up, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. I'm just kidding. Y'all remember that commercial? So no. But what's up, y'all? We back at it, episode 7 of the High Definition Jamz podcast. Y'all already know what it is. What's up? Look, y'all. Woo, we have a hot discussion to talk about today. And it's so much on my heart that I didn't even write this episode up. We just going to talk. All right? We just going to talk. That's it. We just going to talk. And we want to shed some light and positivity, but we want to talk. All right? So, y'all, today, switch it up a little bit. So, today, it's not a music artist, but she is still an artist. An artist is an artist. Like, it don't even matter. An artist is an artist. This is about to blow me. Hold on, y'all. I need to get a new tripod, like, ASAP, because this thing looks like it's anemic. Alright. Alright, nope, it is just the setup. Alright, it's okay. We're all still working on it. But, so, I got, hold on, y'all, she wears a lot of hats like me. This is why I really like I love my black woman. I love my black woman. Alright. She is an entrepreneur. She is a creative. That's a different way of saying artist, a creative. I like that. That's genius. Like I said, an entrepreneur, creative, a blogger, a writer, a model, an influencer. Man, look, I like that. It's good to have multiple hats, dibbling, dabbling in the things that you like to do. I just love it. I really do love it. I love it. Like, I appreciate it. Like, this is blowing me because it's so, I need a tripod. Like, bear with me, y'all. But, I would like to present you all today Miss, I don't know if I should say a tall life. No, I'll just say Lucky Daniels. Lucky Daniels. That is a sweet name. Like, that's a dope name. But yeah, she wears all these hats, man. But A Tall Life is actually the name of her podcast. And I actually think that what she's doing to shed light and also love towards all our women that are tall. Because I know sometimes those women feel like because they're so tall, they feel like they look awkward or they're not gonna, find somebody because they're so tall. And naturally, a man is taller than a woman. But everybody, no matter what shape, size, height, skin tone, everybody deserves love. Male or female. So I really appreciate what she's doing, and putting her message on a platform to help other females who are tall to feel more welcome, more love. Like me, I'm short. I'm 5'2", so I can't relate whatsoever. But I do appreciate what she's doing because I know how it feels to have, low self-esteem in general, especially with your physique, especially for us women, because our physique is like everything to us, especially if our confidence is not there. So I really appreciate the fact that she is putting that message out, and she's on here now. Before we get to her interview, I want to show you guys a little bit of her little podcast. She has her own podcast too, so definitely check it out, y'all. She gave me the most professional email I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, she's got Sky Rose Designs LLC. She's a part of the DMV Tall Girls Club, and then her podcast is called A Tall Life Podcast. I love it. I just love it. So I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek of it, so you guys can check her out. Let me turn up the volume. I'm gonna get a stand, y'all. Don't mind me. Like, I'm gonna get a stand. Hold up. I got you. There you go. I got you. So please definitely check her out. Giving us those positive vibes. You already know. What's this song? I want to find out what the song is. Can't see. A Tall Life. Yup. Check her out, check her out, check her out.
Alright, hey guys.
So I'm gonna let her explain her show because that's gonna be one of my questions anyway for her. She's right here right now, sis. I got you. I'm coming. Ugh. This is so ghetto. Don't mind me. This is like ghetto. I really need to fix this because it's about to piss me off. Hey, girl.
Hey girl, hey.
Turn you up. I gotta turn you up. There you go. There you go. She said, let me get my.
Got this little new device that can move, my camera every which way.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to invest in that because, yeah. I'm trying to get my setup more official.
Oh.
How you feeling though, sis? Thank you for coming and joining in, like for real. Like I appreciate this a lot.
Thank you for having me. If we want to be honest, with everything that's been going on around me, this interview completely slipped my mind. Like, oh crap. I looked at my calendar, I was like, that's today.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us. I be having those same moments. You good. That's why I like to remind y'all, at least like a few hours before so y'all will know, like, oh yeah, I got that today. Because I know how it is. Trust me. I got a calendar too. Like,
I be having to double check, like, okay. All right, I'm good.
Well, I appreciate it for freeing up your time to be on here and blessing us with your lovely presence. So tell us about what made you want to inspire other, tall young girls? Was it a personal experience or, just something that was on your heart? Tell us about that.
A little of both. So I did not like my had to.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear?
I can hear you. It's just breaking up a little bit.
But let me know if it breaks up again. I'm out on my back porch.
Oh, okay.
So I apologize in advance.
You good? Just like I guess kind of like speak up so it can kind of catch you. That's
okay.
All.
So wasn't that confident in my got to my dream.
Ooh, it's still breaking up.
No. We're moving location.
There you go. Yeah, I think it was because you were outside.
Yeah, we're moving location. Okay. Right. Here we go. All right. Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good. Let's get the camera set up. Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh. All right. So growing up, I wasn't all that confident in my height. It wasn't until my junior year in college that I really started to come on and to some very hard times. I was playing basketball. I was a Division I college athlete at Coppin State University. That year, big change. So that really affected me mentally. And I write quotes and everything, and I would look at them every morning and kind of help me get through the day. And one day, spring break, I came back home. I was like, let me try to put this on a shirt. And from I got back.
It's still breaking up a little bit. Do you have your phone sitting on something?
Yeah.
Because if the mic is coming up, sometimes that's why.
How's that?
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It was sitting down on the base too far.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, where did it cut off at?
You were saying as you said, let me put it on the shirt. That's the last part I heard.
Okay. So, put on the shirt during spring break of my year in college.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to school. One of my teammates, like my teammate, I was like, "Come with me. I want to do a quick photo shoot with these shirts that I made." And she was like, "Oh, that's really dope. I really like the shirt." So from there, it was like, okay, I know there are other tall women there who have gone through the same struggles as me to love their height, love themselves, because being tall is not easy. There are a lot of hardships that you go through. There are a lot of things that make you second guess. Oh, is somebody staring at me? Oh, are these going to be long enough? Oh, do these pants look awkward because they aren't long enough?
Mm-hmm.
And there are all these little negatives that you always hear, the little side remarks that people think are kind of funny to tell you, or the what are the cat calls that you get from men. So I know that a lot of all women that go through those types of things. I'm like, okay, I know I go through this, but I have not seen any like this that'll help inspire self-love and confidence in your height through art, through fashion, basically. And there are also not a lot of tall brands out there that cater to our height. Like some brands say tall, but their tall is not long enough for our legs.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are other brands, but their jeans cost almost $100 each. So it's like, all right, there has to be some type of happy too. So, okay, let me break into this vision. I see a vision for this. I want to be able to cater to all the tall girls in the world. I want to be able to offer everything from jeans, shoes to jackets, high fashion, sportswear. I want to be able to offer it all so that you won't ever feel like there's nothing out there's nothing out there that won't be able to help you grow, not only mentally but physically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of my reasoning for starting my clothing, really. Um, as for my other brand, D&B Tall Girls Club, um, that part I want to physically reconnect all women from each corner of the world to bring together, network, be able to feed energy and knowledge off of each other. You'll be able to find a mentor if you need it, motivation if you need it. I want to be able to host rallies that I'll be able to bring different other tall brands in, um, speakers, actors, singers, and just able to connect every tall girl across the world with each other so you're not alone and you won't often feel like you're alone because sometimes you're just the only tall girl in the whole you're the only tall girl in your city in your so being alone kind of isolates and puts you in a mental spot if there's nobody that you can relate to be able to help you get through those tough times when you are being picked on as an outcast, you are being looked down upon because you look different. You know? So that's really why I started my DMV Tall Girls Club. But I don't want to just leave it to just the DMV area. I started it that way to be able to connect the tall girls of the DMV for now, but I want to be able to branch out to be able to connect all the tall girls of the world together, not just in the United States, but in other countries as well.
Nah, for real, because like you gotta shoot big because also you'll find I hate to say this, but you'll find more like bigger support outside of here too. So, and I just appreciate your heart behind it because it is true. I know a lot of people will not a lot, but I know some people will look at tall girls like they're freaks, but it's just like y'all don't realize the tall girls are the Amazons or the modeling like life. Like I don't understand. Like I couldn't even do Victoria's Secret because I'm too short. It starts at 5'9" and up for modeling, and it's just like if you look really good, that's bad. So it's just like I'm glad that you're doing that because I think people keep forgetting that the main women that are like the most successful, like Victoria's Secret models and stuff like that, they're tall, and that's the stipulation for modeling. And it's just like y'all don't understand. If you see them girls on the posters and stuff, a lot of them are tall. So and it's just like, oh, she's so pretty. And in your head, you think she probably average height, and she could be 6 foot the whole time. like I know, who is it? Corey? Chloe's like 5'11". Taylor Swift is tall. Amber Rose. There's a lot of tall celebrities too, and they flaunt it. They own it, and that's what you're supposed to do. More so, especially because you're as a woman. Like that's part of your beauty, your height, or your natural hair or whatever it is. That's part of you. And I know there's a lot of girls that appreciate you doing that, and I'm glad that you're thinking outside the box because it's a lot more out of the DMV that has better resources for that. And I'm glad you're thinking more so internationally too, because it's good to think big, especially when it comes to a positive cause. Because like you said, you're not alone. There's a lot of tall women around the world, especially in like countries like Africa and India. Like that's like a literal gene almost out there for them. So I really appreciate that. But I know sometimes in those countries it's more appreciated because to them in their head they think it's a goddess. But here in America, it's like, oh, she's like they call you a giraffe or something, or like, oh, she's a freak because she's taller, like, or dudes look at you like, nah, I'm not messing because she too tall, like, and that just sucks because it's just like it's not the outer appearance, it's the inner appearance, it's the heart, and you have a golden heart for that, and I appreciate that you're doing it. And I'm the shortest, I don't know what, but like you said in here, bringing tall girl magic representation and respect, and showing that height comes with magic and uniqueness. And when I was reading, I was like, I like that about her, and I like what her that behind your mindset behind the cause is what makes it more genuine. Because you are representing a whole group of girls who may not even have too many representation outside of the modeling field. Like that's all they see. You don't see too many tall women as a lawyer or like as an activist like yourself, or even as a newscaster. You don't see them doing that. You only see it in entertainment and modeling, and that's why some tall females think that, well, dang, do I have to be a model to be accepted? Do I have to be a celebrity to be accepted? No, just be you and do whatever you love. And if they talk about your height and this man because they're not tall like you, and you can reach a cookie jar and you can't. Like that's how I see it. So that's a bet. Next question. The next question is this is about a nice topic. How do you feel about you having a voice, of course, and what your cause is, and this is a voice about basically beauty and acceptance and confidence. How do you feel that cause ties into the current events that's been going on?
Well, I feel like it ties in perfect, honestly, because my cause fights for the right to be confident within yourself and your beauty, and your skin is a part of what makes you beautiful. And being a Black-owned business, being a Black woman, it hurts me when my Black brothers and sisters are constantly being killed. Being that I have younger fathers, uncles, I have cousins who are males, that hurts, that hits home because also in the back of your head thinking that could be me, that could be my cousin, that could be somebody. My brother gets very irritated with me because I'm always texting him, asking him, "Are you okay?" Especially when he's out in the street and with friends, I'm always texting, asking, "Are you okay? You good? Coming back home?"
Got to.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he gets annoyed with me, but it's just I have to. You're okay, and I really feel like it's a terrible thing to have to go through every single day. And it wasn't just the death of Floyd that started these protests off. Just the last little flower that fell in the volcano before. We've been stuck in a systematic racism in general since we landed in America. Since even before we landed in America, we were taken. And since then, we've been treated as the lower being. We were never meant to have rights. We were meant to gain power. And the fact that this is still going on, even after the civil rights movement, even after the Black, even after everything that we fought, all the rights we fought for, still have to go through. So I am very avid in this movement. Um, there are actually some things that I'm working up on that are not related to my business. This wholly has to do with me and my brand myself. I'm very excited about the journey that this will take me on. I cannot wait to let you know about it. And I have been on the front lately in DC. It's been crazy. All the time, all you hear are helicopters, sirens going around. That's all you hear from sun up to sundown. That's literally all you hear. And it's starting. Change has come. It's we're geared, we're ready.
Yeah.
We're and we're ready. So I just hope the rest of the world is ready to see the change coming for the Black community, not just here in the United States, but this will be the world and the river that'll change and cause a ripple effect throughout the world. As you can clearly see what's going on now. This isn't just protest. The protests going across other countries, and every time I see those protests, it just makes me very emotional because it's like we're finally fighting for finally for our and
Yeah, nah, I feel you. It's okay. I feel you. I'm with you on that one.
thanks.
Yeah.
So
So, nah, that's good.
it
It's good to be on the front line. Honestly,
is
people think that.
honestly it puts something in you. It's like, especially when things start to get hard. It's like okay, and you see people backing up, but who's gonna be the one to stand their ground? Like who's gonna be the one to keep going? So yeah, it's one day at a time. One step, but
We'll get there. Oh, it's gonna
we're gonna
happen. Like you said, we just hope the rest of the world ready, because we outnumber, immensely outnumber. So
definitely.
no, I totally agree, and it's okay to get emotional about it because it does hurt, because it's like our ancestors gone through it, and it's just crazy because I know you're young, I'm young, and I know we never even saw this coming. It's one thing to be in the midst of a pandemic, but it's another thing to be in the midst of a historic pandemic or another historic pandemic. It's not the first one. On top of a colorism war, basically, on top of something that we just that's been seen back in 1950s and 60s that we haven't seen since seeing those type of movies. Of course, we were never there, but of course, they made movies and documentaries about it that we've seen in history class, or just seeing in general in the theaters or whatever, reading aspects of it, and it's just like being actually, a part of it or witnessing it is a totally different thing. Like I sometimes don't even like looking at my Instagram because it's just like, bruh, like it just seems to get worse and worse, and it's going to get worse and better. Like that's just the cycle of life. But but the change is definitely coming. Like it's just crazy that we're a part of it. Like history does repeat itself, but
My
I personally too. just never thought I would be witnessing it like literally live, like so. And that's tonight's discussion, honestly, because yeah, we gotta talk about that. Like it is the talk already, but I want people to understand all focal points about this, and then just my take on it. Like, so I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you shedding light on something that a lot of women who are tall like yourself need to have confidence in and know that they are loved, know that they are accepted, because you all are. It's not just because you're all a black woman. It's also because of the fact that you are a woman, and a woman is a pivotal point of life. So it doesn't matter what size or color or whatever we come in, we are still a woman, and we all still deserve the same respect and love and appreciation, honestly. So I really thank you so much, and I really do. I want you to continue to do that, because a lot of girls that's younger than the both of us who've been bullied and picked on, like yourself, and going through the whole confidence war in the head, like, am I, why am I this tall, So I really want you to continue with that, because every, especially little girl, is going to definitely need that. Even if their parents are, boosting their confidence, sometimes it takes that outside source for them to look up to realize, hey, well, if she's tall, she's pretty, she's doing it, she's confident, then all right, cool, then I can be okay. So I really thank you. Like, coming from somebody who does not meet the tall height requirement at all, I thank you as a woman. I really appreciate you as a woman, because I know how it feels to grow up and having insecurities. I never had an insecurity about height, but just insecurities as a woman in general.
Right.
It is a real thing for us, no matter what it is, height, body shape. No matter what it is, it's just not want to say it's an issue, but it is like a thing, a mental thing for a lot of us women.
It
So
definitely is.
I really appreciate you so much for taking your time to come on here, shedding light on, the current events and how, you're taking action and having your hand in it, because all of us are in this together, honestly. Not just because of our skin tone, as a people, as humans, like, as a people, we're all in this together, not just the virus, but also just giving voice and justice to where justice needs to be served. So I really appreciate it so much. Thank you for coming. Oh, no problem. And keep me posted on your whatever your endeavors are. So I mean, I can either bring you back or we can do something else.
That I cannot wait to share the news with everyone. It's coming together so nicely. Things are starting to get finalized. And there will be an announcement soon. It's going to be big. It's really going to be big. So.
Oh, you already know I follow you, so I'll be watching. So don't worry about that. I'm gonna be watching, and I'll be supporting as always.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you so much again for coming. It was definitely dope talking with you. Y'all better check her out, okay? I'm gonna make sure I leave her information stuff when I post everything. Definitely check her out. Definitely support the movement. It is needed for real. Like, we all need to have stuff that brings us, closer in together and keeps us together. And especially us doing at a young age, it makes it more powerful and more impactful. So I really appreciate you being one of the many hands on deck. Honestly,
it doesn't just take.
Thank you so much.
All right.
You said what?
I was saying it's not just being on the it's being at home on your phone. You can do any personal space, your personal craft to help us move on to help fight. So I won't take up much more of your time. Bye.
Love you. Thank you so much.
Also,
all right, y'all. So definitely check her out. That was Lucky Daniels. Her brand is A Tall Life. Please check her out. I'll make sure I put all her information, of course, at the end. Let's give her a round of applause before we get into this basically hot topic discussion. Shout out to her for coming on here. Now, I want y'all to know I really do appreciate when y'all, take the time to come on here and, you know, spread your light, talk about your brand, your music. I really do appreciate it so much. But with that being said, we're going to dive into the topic. I know that it has been a long and hard past 2 months, you know, starting off with the virus and now going to the injustice of George Floyd. Excuse me, and now we have the riots breaking out. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't been out there because I'm more of the observant type. And I don't know how many of us are like spiritually woke, but and I don't know how many of us have read our Bibles, but I am in the world, not of this world. And I definitely agree with the cause because it is time for our voice to be heard. We've been trying to be silenced literally in the most degrading ways as a people for over 400 plus years. And the cycle keeps repeating because there's something that hasn't been fixed. Yes, it is a system problem. I totally agree because we don't deserve to be treated like that as a people. It's not just African Americans, it's Native Americans, it's Latin Americans, but I know we're the more attacked ethnic group. And it's because, again, I don't know how many people read their Bibles, but we are the actual chosen people. We are the chosen people. Our people, anybody that is brown skinned, not just African Americans, African, Native Americans, anybody that is brown skin tone, we are and we will always be God's people. Now, all of us are God's children, but in the word it says a chosen generation, a chosen priesthood, a chosen people. And we are that chosen people, which is why we're attacked the most, because evidently we are the higher being. And I'm not saying we are gods, because I don't really necessarily agree with that mindset either, honestly. I don't like people who do that and try to put themselves on the same level as God. No, it's not. But we are the higher beings because it is written about us in this book, the Bible, that we are the chosen people. And the reason why I haven't been out in the protest is because it's just too much going on. Y'all, it's still a virus. That's a different conversation, but I'm not going to get my account shut down, but that's a different conversation. But there's a virus still going around, whatever it could be going around. And now we have these violent riots. And it's just like, I'm all for it. Don't think that I'm not with it. You know, I'm all with it. I'm all for it because we have a voice. We have every right to give that voice. And because we deserve to, and like I said, we've been silenced for too long. But there's a way to go about things. Like, I have seen too much things in it, and it breaks my heart, honestly. It really does. I'm just as angry as everybody else. I'm just as disgusted as everybody else. I'm just as broken as everybody else. I'm gonna be real, because it has gone on too long. People have lost children. People have lost their parents to police brutality, or even from our own people, which makes it even more heartbreaking because it's like we have turned also against ourselves. And the only time we want to come together is when somebody else of us dies, which is not a problem. We should. We are a people. We are a community. So we should do that. But we shouldn't just do it when one of our own dies. We should be staying together as a community of people no matter what. We lost ourselves because of the system. We lost ourselves because of the media. We lost ourselves because of what they want us to be for their enjoyment, for what they want to use. And y'all already know what they are talking about. I'm not even going to discuss. But I also want people to know that this is not a race war, because race is the human race. I want people to understand that too. color is color. At the end of the day, we're all the same species. Homo sapiens, that's humans. We're just all different pigmentation. So this is a color war. And I want y'all to understand and know that me being an observer, I don't like what happened whatsoever. And it is time to stand up and stand together. But what I don't like is how we think that it is okay to be looting. It is okay to be burning buildings. It is okay to be destroying stuff, because two things I have seen that really broke my heart is seeing a video. I don't know what state this was in, but seeing a video of an older guy, an older African American guy, heartbroken and crying, angry because the protests, wherever that state was, had burned down his business, black-owned business. And he was so angry and so hurt because he was like, I understand y'all are mad at them, but what about me? You burned down my business. And I know it's not the only black-owned business that's been destroyed. And I'm going to, talk about this because the fact of giving voice is right. The reaction isn't. I've seen so many pictures of, so many videos of fights breaking out. I saw a video of somebody putting a bomb or firecracker back in somebody's car and it went off. Don't know the person either survived or not. Like, this is not what it was about. This protesting was not about turning against each other and fighting and all this stuff and looting. Okay, I understand a lot of businesses, there's not too many black-owned businesses, but there are. But that doesn't mean to still destroy their businesses either, because you have to understand, y'all, when all that damage is done, you know who has to pay for it? All of us. Taxes. I am not saying this to offend anyone or disrespect nobody, because I'm all for it. Like, I salute people who are out there. I watch. I'm an observer. But there's still this virus going around, so I'm not going to put myself in danger. But I'm all for it, and I watch. Like, when there was a blackout, that's why I waited to put my commercial, because I respect it. But what I'm not going to sit here and tolerate is seeing my people or people in general steal, hurt each other. They set a church on fire, like buildings and things and people that have nothing to do with the actual cause. And I want to wake people up. I want y'all to understand that this is what they want. They want us to act out like the savages that they call us. They want us to give them a reason why they call us what they call us. They want us to act like, and excuse my French, but they want us to act like the niggers that they call us. I just want to help y'all to elevate your minds. I want y'all to understand, like, I love the cause, but I want everyone to be more smarter and more strategic, but more so more safe. Y'all have to understand that those damages our parents have to pay for. Those of us who are working in even the non-essential stores that are opening back up, our taxes are going to have to pay for that. They might take that out of the stimulus check. They're going to make us pay for that. And I just really want people to just be smarter. Vote. Even though I know a lot of us want to vote independently because, our votes, I think sometimes it don't matter because at the end of the day, the Electoral College chooses. But at the same time, that's still a voice we have. And I had to understand this, to myself and drop off the ignorance and pride for like 5 minutes. But I had to realize that voting does make a difference. It does. Don't ask me how in the world Trump we don't know, because the 4 years are almost up. So thank the Lord. And hopefully you don't get back in office again, please. Because we've had enough of the idiosyncrasy. But I hope that was a word. It is, but I hope I said it right. But I just want y'all to be more vigilant and more alert about what this is going to possibly bring. And just be safe. You know, now it is strange that they're not talking about social distancing all of a sudden. But 16. But I do want people to be more vigilant and be more cautious and be safe. And just remember that all that violence and blowing up stuff and setting things on fire, fighting each other, stumping somebody out. Now somebody, self-defense, do what you gotta do. But when it has no purpose to do that, there's no point. I've seen people looting Montclair, Gucci, and all that stuff. All right, cool. Yes, they're white-owned companies, but at the same time, instead of doing that, don't invest your money into it. That's what the Blackout Tuesday was for, and many other days to silence our support for them because of what they're doing and how they're using our people. So I'm with it. But at the same time, instead of looting, instead of blowing them up and burning them and stuff like that, don't put your money to them. Don't go online and order for them. Don't go in the store. Like, that is the strategies we need to be taking. Settle things like that. Don't buy into their stuff. Create more black businesses. Support and build our community. Because you all see how they build all of what they want around our communities and pushing us out to the side. Try to cause low-key segregation, gentrification. Oh, we trust me, I know we sharp. But if they can do that, so can we. And it's about that time that we do stuff like that. It's about that time that we do what they do. Instead of us turning against each other, pointing the gun towards each other, fighting each other, being jealous of each other, and want to see the other person fall and compete so much against each other. How come they can sit together but we can't? Like this, like I said, it's not to offend nobody or nothing like that. Because again, I'm all for the call, but this is me teaching at the same time, teaching how to be smart with all this. Because all that violence and all that looting and stuff like that is not what our grandparents did. It's not what they did. What they did was not buy into their businesses. What they did was build more black businesses and came together to build us up. That's what they did, and that's what we're supposed to do. What the new generation is doing right now is not it. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I can't salute it. I can't support it. I cannot be proud of it. Because I'm not going to sit here and watch people say, oh yeah, they got it together. They don't. They don't. Y'all are leading them to do the wrong thing. Like, they don't. And covering your mat, your face up and all that stuff, wearing all black, all right, cool. But at the same time, it's not cool. It's not. We need to be doing and playing the game like they do with us. Literally, I'm so serious. We just need to be smarter. Like, because the way things are going, it's going to be more people hurt, more people detained, possibly more people sick. And you know, the police, a lot of them don't care. And it could be possibly more people dead. And I'm saying this as a protection and a caution for everyone to just be smarter. Keep giving voice, keep doing that. But we need to build businesses, and we need to continue to support and build our businesses and our communities and not keep feeding into them. We need more black-owned labels. We need more black-owned pharmacies. We need more black-owned clothing stores. We need more black-owned grocery stores, banks, doctor's offices. You know, we need beauty supply stores, nail salons. We need more of those. And we need to stick together to build those and put money towards that. If y'all don't want to see them win, be smart. Looting is not smart. Setting their business on fire is not smart. Because in turn, you could be setting a black-owned business next to them on fire. We just need to act more accordingly. That's all I'm saying. We need to act more accordingly. You know, I wish this could be a more fun topic like my other ones, and I can be more expressive, but I honestly can't because this is me expressing. This has been in my heart, and this is why I said I've been observing. I've been observing so I can be able to teach and get y'all to understand this better, and just get y'all to be smarter, because there are people going out there with their little children, and it just hurts me so bad to see that, because not knowing how the riots can break out, not knowing what can happen that day, not knowing how a police officer, their skin tone can feel one day, and then not care, then it's another life lost, you know, or another parent detained, and boom. Like, you know, it's just certain things that I'm trying to help avoid because of these riots. I've seen so many people that I even knew go out there, and I'm all for it. I don't judge. I'm all for it, but I even say, I tell them to just be safe, be alert, and if things start popping off, just slide out, you know, because you don't want to be a part of the commotion. Like I said, you know, I am in this world, not of this world. So, and it's not like I'm afraid to go out there. I'm just not going to be a part of the ignorance. I'm just not going to be a part of the commotion and noise. I'm going to stay out the way, keep myself safe, keep my family safe, and I'm going to watch so that I can be able to help teach. But I'm all supported for it, you know. And that's why I try my best to support artists on here, their businesses and stuff like that, because we need more outlets like this to help build each other up in the community. Like I literally will not have a problem to go out there. I won't. I actually don't. It's just I'm not gonna be a part of the ignorance. And I'm not gonna be around that many people at once, because I just have a thing where the crowds just, I can't. That's just personally me. Like, I can be in front of a crowd and perform, but being amongst a bunch of people that I don't know where they've been and stuff like that, regardless of the virus, I don't know where they've been. It's just me. Like, that's just a personal thing for me. It's not claustrophobia or phobia. That's just how I've always been. I just never could do it. But I wouldn't still never mind going out there. It's just, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather be smarter than sorry. But those of y'all who do go out there, I'm all for it. You know, I'm all for the cause that I said, because it's not just for him, it's for all the lives going way back to our ancestors that we're speaking and giving voice to. So I'm all for it. I'm not against it. This is just me also trying to give a learning lesson and a teaching moment, because of the fact of, like, it's just so many lessons that need to be heard and taught, that a lot of people are missing because everybody's just reacting. No one is slowing down and think and figure out what the actual sensible and systematic and strategic way to address these issues, you know. But again, I'm all for it. You go out there, y'all. I just really want y'all to just be safe, man. And I just wanted to do this episode with no notes, nothing, just to teach and encourage, and just to give my take on it. People can say whatever they want. Oh, she's a coward. She don't really want to go out there. She don't want to support. Y'all don't understand. This podcast is my support for my people. My clothing line is my support for my people. And they're black. It's all black owned. And giving back to my community, you know, helping them out. That's why this is free promotion, because it's needed, you know. And in a lot of radio stations ain't really, you know, looking out. So I'm looking out for my people. Clothing line. A lot of stores are closed, but the stuff that I'm making is original. Boom. Like, it's stuff like that we need to do. We need to build. Like how they've been doing, building all their stuff around our neighborhoods and stuff. We got to do the same thing. I'm here to build and observe. But when I'm observing, I'm also here to teach. That's my take on it. It's just, I have no issue. I have a car. I can drive down there if I want to and be with y'all. Front and center. No problem. But at the same time, I'm going to keep myself safe. Because I'm gonna keep myself safe, and I'm not going to subject myself to anything. Because when you go to them riots, y'all, we never know what could pop off. And people have died. Like, there was a person who was literally shot by a police officer from the protest. And, no, for real. It was like Riotsville, something like that. And there could be many more situations like that. You know, so it's just a matter of just staying smart and staying safe, you know. And there's still a virus going around. But it's not to knock nobody down. I just want to educate and just let y'all know, man, I'm all for it. Stay encouraged, stay safe, just be smart. You know, just give voice, but let's just all as a people and as a community just be smarter. Because what's going on now, people must have forgotten that we gotta pay that back. They're gonna take that out of our taxes. And it's going to suck. Especially for us who work hard every day or work in general, they're taking that out of our taxes. And we're actually losing some black-owned businesses because of the riots. But again, like I said, I'm all for it. I have nothing against it. It's just the way it's being done that I'm against. You know, it's the way people are going about these riots that's got me a little upset and a little heartbroken. You know, because I see the reactions and see what's been happening, and it's just like the reaction. Y'all can do the cause, but we can't choose the effect. And I know one thing that they're going to go after all those damages is everybody's taxes. They're definitely going to take that out of the taxes. And it's going to be millions of dollars to repair all those places, you know. And that's my thing, man. I don't have nothing against it whatsoever. I just want to help out by educating. But I'm also, personally for me, I can't be in a bunch of around. I can't do it. But personally, also for me, I'm going to keep myself safe because I am not going to find out what could possibly happen to me or anybody around me being out there. I don't want to be out there and all of a sudden somebody gets pepper sprayed or snatched up or hurt, detained, or even killed right next to me. It's going to traumatize the living next to me. Right? And no, for real. And I just know where I stand, and I just know to keep my mind focused and keep my spirit at peace. And I want to give y'all a scripture because it's needed. And I also, since I still have a little bit of time, I also still want to pray because I really want y'all to be encouraged spiritually during this time because 824. It's been wreaking havoc, honestly. It really has. And yeah, so I'm gonna give y'all a scripture. Jeremiah 29:11. A lot of people may know this. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Translation is, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. There is hope, and there is a future, a bright one after all this. This is still part of the storm. We're still in the storm, y'all. And I just want y'all to know that if you are a believer and if you know that there is a God, because there is, and you know that he keeps his promises because he will, then you got to remember that he's going to protect us and he's going to keep us and he's going to move us forward in the right direction for the change, for the justice, for the unity, for the peace, for all of that, for the success that we deserve, everything. We just got to be, just be more alert, be more vigilant, and just be safe and, just be smart. That's basically the topic today, just being smart in the midst of chaos. So I want to pray real quick before I jump off. Heavenly Father, I come to you now, and I just want to say thank you for another day of life. For those of us who was able to wake up and see another day of life, because every day someone doesn't make it, not just because of the virus, but because that's just the cycle of life. So I want to first thank you foremost for all of us who are still here, alive and well and healthy, and just making it through life the best way we can, Father. I pray for peace over everyone's minds and spirits, especially during this time of just frustration, injustice, chaos, and anger. and rage. I just pray that you keep all of us who are working in the front line, but also those who are on the front line in the protests and the riots. Keep them all safe, Father God. You know, everybody has their own will. Everybody has their own plan. Everybody wants to do what they want. That's what you gave us. But I pray that people would not abuse that and do the smart thing and right thing to keep themselves safe and keep them out of any harm's way, Father God. I pray that you will bring your peace upon this entire world, not just the USA, but the entire world, Father God. I pray that you will bring justice where justice needs to be served. And I pray that you would bring light and expose all plots and agendas of evil that's been hidden in the darkness for too long. And I pray that people would just wise up and just be more smarter so that there aren't any more people who are hurt or detained or any of that nature, Father God, because it's a lot of things happening. A lot of people who are, not a lot of people, but people who have been losing their lives, who've been leaving in the ambulance, who, has just been mentally messed up from this whole situation, and people's children. And I really just pray for peace, Father God, peace and hope. And I pray that this all will come to an end very soon. The virus, the violence, the riots, everything, so that we can make a transition to a peaceful new beginning for the entire world, Father God. And I thank you for those who see that there's justice that needs. Thank you for all the voices around the world. Once again, not just here in America, but around the world, who know that we deserve justice, and we deserve a voice, and we deserve change as a people, but as your people. I lift this prayer before you, Lord, and I pray this prayer in Jesus' name. I pray, Amen. So again, I appreciate y'all for being here on the Head Edition Day Show. And I'm head out, take care of this, and post it tomorrow because it's counting down. So I will see y'all next week. Thank you for Miss Lucky Daniels for coming in. I'm gonna have her information at the bottom when I post this, so you guys can check her out and support each other. Support Black-owned anything. All right. So the bald-headed scallywag is out. Until next week on another episode of High Definition Jamz Podcast Show with your girl, Really Explicit. I'll see y'all. I love y'all. Again, stay safe, stay positive, and